Also, I'm just sharing my screen. So I hope all of you are able to see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So in C language, till now we have seen all these concepts like introduction, syntax, how the data type storage classes will be there, and what kind of different storage classes will be there, and how the memory organization will happen, what is the need of memory, how it will be utilized in the real-time programming, and what are the variables, how the constants, how we will be using the macros and the different kinds of operators like arithmetic, logical shift and bitwise operators, decision making loops like if else loop, if else if loops, and all those things we have seen along with the functions also. So till here, does anyone have any doubts? If not, then most probably today I will be covering up these topics, and this compilation steps I will be showing on my real-time project which I'm doing it now. On real-time I will be just compiling my project code, and then you can just see like how it will happen on the real-time. Okay, as of now we have not seen this compilation how it will be happening it. We are keep on seeing out on the what is this online compilers. So today we'll see the real-time compilation process how it will be. Fine. Does anyone have any questions? The already completed topics.
No.
Fine. So let me open my notepad. So I think we have stopped at what was that the function definitions, how the different kinds of functions will be there, and how all the remaining topics will be clubbed into the function and all we have seen it. I know we have stopped at the call by value we have seen it, but call by reference I have not told. Why? Because we need to see it after the pointers. That's what our last discussion was. Correct? So fine. So today we'll see the first start with the pointers. Before that, I just wanted to keep guys, as of now, I'm just loading these embedded systems topic C for embedded systems into the C language. This is not C. So this basically I will be just uploading right away into the Skype. You can just go through. I'm finished with my PPT presentation. You guys can just go through all the topics whichever we have discussed in the class. It will be there in this PPT. I'm just uploading it. How can I upload? Huh? It's okay, fine. After class, I think I will get the option. That time I will update it today. At any cost, today I will be, uploading that PPT into your Skype. So we'll be starting with today the pointers concepts. Can anyone tell me what is the what is this pointer?
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
Assigning location, I mean memory allocation.
Sorry. Can you please repeat once again?
Assigning memory location.
No.
We can find the memory address location using the pointers.
It is a
Partially.
variable which stores the address of another variable.
It is a variable. I can say pointer is a variable. Perfect answer. Pointer is a
Which
variable.
stores the address of another variable.
Which stores the address of another variable. Perfect answer.
Yes.
This is what I was expecting. So pointer, basically, see, what we were doing, int a, b, c, like that we were declaring, right, the variables. So what do you mean by this? So this a is a one naming convention for one particular memory location. Everywhere we cannot refer the memory location 0x1000, 0x 1004, something like that, right? So that's the reason for this memory location we have given the naming convention as a. Correct. Int b means what? This is just one variable name to the one particular memory location. So pointer is also same. Pointer also, see, pointer is a concept, okay? This is how, however you want to, use it in the real-time coding, you can use it. Okay. So, but the drawback is like in the real-time automotive, now almost we are, doing coding mostly with the tools and all, okay? We are using the tools for auto generation of code. So if you are doing some configurations in the tool, that it will generate all the code. It's a very minimal effect where we will be doing the coding. As I was telling previously also, if you are having 10 members of coding team, there will be nearly 100 to 150 members of other teams actually. So coding is a very minimal, but these guys are the pillars for entire project. Got it. That's the reason even you might be seeing that there will be very demand for the coding as well as the testing. Why? Because coding we will be having very less number of opportunities, but whereas the testing they will be having a lot more opportunities. For one coder, at least there must be 2 to 3 testing teams should be there. So that's how it will be. Depends on the critical of the project. Okay. So this coding we are doing mostly with the tools only. So this pointers concept and all we are not using much into the coding. Okay, but anyhow, this is important topic for the for better coding. So that's the reason we will be going through it. Okay. So as I was telling, pointer is a just concept. It's kind of again a variable which can store the address of another variable. Okay. So to indicate any pointer variable, we will be, this might be data type. This is a syntax, okay? Data type. And then the pointer variable we will be representing with the star, okay? Asterisk keyword we call it as star PTR you can refer. Got it? This data type might be int or char or float. Hey, where it went? This might be char, float or double, whatever it will be. It's up to you, okay? So if you want to apply the pointer to a structure, that also it can be possible. If you want to apply it for union, that also it will be possible. Got it? So basically what if int star pointer means what? Int star char star pointer means what? Float star pointer means what? Can anyone tell me what does that mean?
We are assigning a pointer to that data type.
If I interpret in that correct way, so here in this case, int star pointer is the variable which I have kept it, right? So here ptr is a variable, pointer variable, which could able to store any integer type variables memory address. Integer type variables memory address. Got it? So let me take one example, okay? So I have the one parameter int a, okay? So definitely this a should be having some memory location, right? Let's take this is 1000 memory location. So now I have the int star pointer. So here the star pointer is a pointer variable which could able to store any of the integer type parameter memory address. So what I can do, my next statement, pointer equal to address of a. This is how. So if you want to access any of the parameters address, then this ampersand is the one symbol which you need to keep in front of your variable. Got it? Similar way, if I have character C, then if you want to store this C into one of the pointer variable, then definitely you need to have a character type pointer, char star pointer. Got it? You cannot store address of this one into the int star pointer. Why? Because this pointer variable is meant for only for integer type variables. Got it? Any doubts? Any confusion? Same way, like float, if you want to store any of the float value, then float, a float, I don't think so. It can have the pointers. So I think it will not support, float will not support pointers. So why? Because it will have the, what is the decimal values, right? Decimal values, and we cannot handle with the pointer, okay? So only the integer, character, double, and all those things we can able to access with the pointers. Got it? Can we see online coding, like online compiler, how it will be working, how it will print out everything? Any doubts? Are you guys are able to, make it easy, or is it becoming difficult? Yeah. Any doubts, guys? So I am just taking one of the global parameter, okay? Static int a. Okay. So here I have int star pointer. Okay. So now see this symbol is for representing only this PTR is a pointer type. Okay. And this asterisk symbol is there, right? That there is one more use case that I will be telling it. Apart from the multiplication and apart from the indication to the pointer variable, again we are having one more use case that I will be telling. Okay. So this pointer is a variable. What we said, pointer is a variable which could able to store address of any other parameter. Okay. So now I wanted to store the address of a. To store it, this is the symbol which I will be using it. Got it? So if I see now printf, value of pointer or percentage d pointer. So can anyone tell me what it will print out now? I have a static integer a and I have an integer pointer variable. So into that pointer, I'm just trying to store the address of a. So now I'm just trying to print out that whatever the value stored into the pointer, right? That I'm trying to print out. So can anyone tell me what will be the output?
It will print the address
The
of
hexadecimal address. Yeah.
Perfect answer.
Print
That is
print
what
the
will be
address of A.
correct. Yeah. What happened?
colon print.
Correct. So what it is printing? It is printing some memory location. Okay. Got it? Why it is taking this much time? It could not able to allocate memory or what? So some random memory location it will go on the online compiler, but if you are doing in the real-time compiler, then definitely it will be doing the proper one. It will give the some fixed memory location actually. Got it? See 98,000, 57,000, 98, 57, 55, 668 is the memory location what it is printing. So pointer is a variable which can stores the address of another variable, right? So now the address of A is the pointer variable, pointer value now. Now if I try to print to the directly value of A, then if I'm trying to give the address of A, what it will print? What it will print? See now you can see. You can see now both the address of A and pointer is going to store the same values only. Value of pointer what? 1299173356. So what we are trying to say? Pointer is a variable which can store address of another variable. So that's what it is doing. So what I'm trying to do, address of A I'm trying to store into the pointer. Got it? So now if I have the value A equal to 40, okay. So now if I wanted to print value of A, so by using the pointer, so how can I do it? Any guess? So if you want to print A, usually what we will do, directly just print value of A. If you are doing it, then it will print A. But by using the pointer variable, I wanted to print value of A.
We can assign pointer to 40.
Yeah, near
No.
that after the printf, before that pointer, we need to put the asterisk, I think.
Correct. So that's correct. So to answer the before one, I was not sure who was that. So if you are assigning value 40 to the pointer, so you understood, right? What is that pointer? Pointer is a variable which stores the address of another memory location. If you are assigning values directly, it cannot understand that. What is that about?
Okay.
Got it. So I'm just trying to assign the value of address of A, right? In that particular memory address only, see. So now you have this memory location, right? So value A, the parameter A I have, okay. So this is the parameter A, memory address location is the 1000. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, to the pointer, I'm trying to assign the value indirectly 1000, which is a memory address of A. Got it. So if you are assigning value to the parameter A, which is A equal to 40, this 40 where it will be there? It will be there in this memory location only, right? In this so and so memory location, 1000 memory location only, right? Getting it? So if you want to fetch what is there in this particular memory location, then we will be doing star PTR again. Got it? So you might be getting confusion. So here you can see already star pointer we are keeping it. This means that PTR is a pointer variable. Again, if I am doing here the star PTR, this is a dereferencing of the pointer variable. Here we are referencing to the some memory location. By using asterisk keyword again, we are dereferencing to that particular memory location, which prints the value of pointer to 40 now. So basically it's already stored the address of A. Now it will print in that particular memory location, whatever the value it is there, right? That it will print it. So you can see the value now. Got it? Got it, right? Fine, this is the how. So if it is an integer pointer, only integer parameters we could able to store it. If it is a char, then only character variables that memory location we can store into the pointer. That's how this pointer variable, however you want to keep, you can keep it. Like you can keep temp. This is up to you. The variable name this is. Whatever we want, we can keep it. Just for referencing purpose, I just use a star ptr. Got it?
Yeah.
Fine. So that is what it is mentioned here. So with that pointers, we are having some. We can do some kind of operations. Okay, pointers. We can do arithmetic operations on the pointer. We can do the array of pointer. We can do the pointer to a pointer. We can do the passing pointer to a functions in C. Return pointer from the functions in C. All these things it could be possible. Okay. We will be just seeing one example for all of them in the real time itself. Then we will be see what is this pointer to the arithmetic. So basically the pointer is a it's a kind of, it is going to store the address. Okay, right? So on that particular address we can do the 4 kind of arithmetic operations, which is a plus plus minus minus plus and minus. Got it? So if we see, if I am doing this pointer pointer plus plus. Now, can anyone tell me what will be the value of pointer? Now, the value of address of A and pointer values will be different. Okay. Why? Can anyone tell me what is the reason? So, guys, this line number 20 pointer plus plus, I'm just doing to show that we can do the arithmetic operations on the pointer also, which is a post increment, pre increment, post decrement, pre decrement, and plus and minus. Got it? So if it is an integer, if I'm printing it now, the pointer value, it will be 4 bytes greater than the whatever the address of A will be. Why? Because I'm incrementing it by 1. If I'm incrementing the pointer variable by 1, it will increment 4 bytes. Why? The pointer is an integer type. You can see 72 is a pointer variable and 76 is the, you see, this is in the negative values, guys. That's the reason. Okay, let me print once again. It should come positive. Why it's keep on printing negative?
Instead of that, okay, we can use percentage U. It will give on send right?
Percentage U, huh?
Yeah.
Where here percentage U, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So now you can see the value, the address of A is like 76 and the address of pointer is 80. Why? Because I incremented by 1 time. Even if I am incrementing by 1 time, the pointer, it will increment by 4 bytes. Okay. Why? Because this is an integer type. Are you getting what is the reason behind that? If I'm, see, for example, what I have done, just like int A I have given 40, then int star pointer I have made it, then pointer I am assigning it with the address of A, then again I am just pointer incrementing by 1 time. So now basically the A value is 1000, the address of A is 1000, but the pointer value, it is storing 1004. This 4, why it is here I am incrementing by 1. If I am incrementing 1 time, so now here the pointer variable, it is storing here. Okay, what is the next memory address location? 1004. So if I am incrementing by 1, from this memory location to this memory location, it will come the pointer. So which is a 1004. So if the same operation if I am doing on the character pointer, it will print 1001. Why? Because character is just 1 byte of size. Got it? So let me do it on the character. See here, just 1 byte difference is there. If I'm just doing the increment on the pointer one time, in case of character, 1 byte will be just to be the difference. Okay. If I'm doing same thing on the integer, it will be 4 bytes. If I'm doing on the double, it will be 8 bytes. Got it? What is this? Guys, got it? Huh?
Got it.
Yeah. Next, see array of pointers. Okay. Where is that notepad? Array of pointers. I think we have seen what is array. Can anyone tell me what is that array?
Storing of values.
Well, we use array to declare the characters.
It's not
Storing the
mandatory.
values in single variable.
Only one type of a similar kind of data types we can store into the array. So array is what? Collection of variables, collection of data, that's all, right? So if I'm doing int a of 10, so a is the array here, which can able to store 10 integer type data, 10 values which are kind of integer, correct? Got it?
Yeah, got it.
So now array of pointers means what? So this pointer also it can act as a array types. So which could able to store 10 different memory locations. 10 different memory locations of 10 different 10 different int variables. Got it? Got it, right?
Yes.
So that is what it is mentioned in the PPT also. Here you can see. So here in this case, this variable is the array type, okay? So int I star pointer max pointer we are making it as a array type. Okay, now into that array into that pointer variable, which is a kind of array, we are trying to store the memory locations of variable is what? This is also array type. Here pointer is array type, which could able to store the the maximum, which is a three memory locations. So and variable is also array which is having already 3 values. So that 3 values I'm trying to store into the pointer of I. Getting it? Let me show it on the online compiler. So I have integer pointer which could able to access array of type 3. So now I have also integer a which is of having 3 elements in it. Which are 40, 50 and 60. So now I wanted to store I wanted to store all the array of A of 3 is there, right? A of 3 means what? It is having 4 memory. This array is going to occupy 12 bytes. Okay. A of 0, 1, A of 1, 1, A of 2, 1, which each variable is an integer type. So all those things I could able to store into the pointer. So now if I start with the for loop int I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. I'm trying to store the values, okay? The pointer screen share pointer of I, which value I'm going to store? The address of which variable? A of I. Got it? If I'm doing it, if I want to print it, what is the value of pointer? I need to bring this to here. I'm just commenting the last printf. Value of pointer %d and I. Guys, getting it what I'm trying to do? I have the one array, okay, array of A, which is able to store 3 elements, okay. Now I am also having array of pointer, okay, star ptr of 3. This pointer is able to store 3 memory locations. So now what I'm trying to do, this array, all the 3 memory locations I cannot store at a time, right? So that's the reason I'm just running one for loop, okay. So if I equal to 0, then A of I memory location will be something, okay. So it might be having, let's take example 1000, 1004, 1008. This kind of memory locations it will be having. So this 1000 will be going to store into the pointer of 0 and 1004 will be going to store into the pointer of 1 and 1008 will be going to store into the pointer of 2. So that is what I'm trying to print out here, okay. Just let me print it out. See now, how come this is coming the memory location?
In printf, we should mention asterisk. Asterisk in printf, we should mention asterisk. PTR.
PTR.
No, that's fine. But what I'm trying to print is address only, but I'm thinking about this I. How can I print pointer of 0, pointer of 1, pointer of 2? Any idea? Now I'm trying to print the address only. That's fine for me. I'm not worrying about what value it is storing. I just wanted to print here pointer of 0, pointer of 1, pointer of 2. I think I was seeing something.
You need to print I value also.
That I value also I wanted. So I, if it is 0, pointer of that it should come. If I'm doing ampersand here, it's taking again the memory location there. That I don't want. See here. This how come it will take the memory location? Getting it? What I'm trying to say? But something it's okay.
You need
It's
to
leave it.
print
Okay.
I value also, right?
I wanted to print I value. That is, it is not happening yet. Inside the this printf here, I wanted to print the I value also. That's fine. That's okay for me. So now you can see the pointer. It's going to store 3 addresses. which are like 20, 24, 28. That's what we discussed it, right? So it will able to store 3 memory locations, which will be each will be having 4 bytes of memory difference. Okay,
Actually, we
got
are
it?
printing only address only, right? We need to print one more percentile
Where
here only, there only.
you want to have the value also of what pointer is going to store, huh? Then I can do one more print. Now what I will do, I will do the ampersand, not ampersand, asterisk. Now it will print whatever the values it is there in that particular memory locations. See now, in memory location 40, the value 40 is there. In memory location 5844, the value 50 is there. In memory location 5848, value 60 it is there. So this is what he is telling. The pointers, array of pointers also we can have it. Got it? See, I'm just telling the basic, very basic things of the pointers. Okay. If you guys wanted to very proficient in this programming language, you can just go through the all the pointer concepts. But if you are understanding these things, the understanding the further in the pointer concept is it's not at all big deal. Okay. Got it, right? What it is happening here?
Yes.
Fine. This pointer to pointer I'm not be telling today. I don't want to tell that. If I'm telling that, you guys will be get confused again. So now next one will be the passing pointers to your functions in C. Okay. So first let me explain that. So what that concept name was, passing a pointer to a function call. The same thing we can call it call by reference. Okay, so that is what we have seen in our last class also. That is the where we stopped. See here, call by value we saw it, and the call by reference we needed to see it today. So now what will happen? So if you are having any one of the function, okay, if you are taking main function itself, okay, so now you are having int a equal to 100. Okay, now you are just passing this function, the address of a you are passing to the function. So now this function is able to access integer pointer type variable. This is how the declaration should happen. Okay, so now what is happening, you are passing address of variable a here, and at the function definition what you are doing, you are accessing the particular memory address into one particular parameter. So now you are not creating any extra memory for it. Got it? In one particular memory location only you are doing entire operation. So for example, the address of a is the 1000. So this 1000 value you are passing it here. So when you are accessing it, you will know that this is a one kind of pointer variable which you are going to access the memory address location 1000. So if you want to perform any operation in the same memory location, you can do it. Okay, if you are taking that, okay, now if I'm accessing it into the a, again what I'm doing, a star a plus 100 I am doing. So now what it will happen, the 200 it will be there in the memory location of so initially it will be 100, now it will be erased and it will become 200 now. So in the same memory location you are doing the operation. So that's the beauty of call by reference. This is the mostly used into the real-time programming languages. Why? Because it's a very efficient way of the memory utilization. Got it? So in the similar way, we are having the call by value also. Okay. So in case of call by value, guys, getting it? So if you are doing it, main int a equal to 120. Now what you will be doing? Func a. So how this function will be there, func int b will be there. So whatever the value you will be passing here, the value it will be passed is 20, it will be passing. So now again here what it has to do, now already memory location A is there. This function doesn't know what is this, okay? So again for B, it will create one more memory location. Got it? B equal to B plus 30 if I am doing it, what will happen? 150, it will be stored into this memory location. A already it is having 120, but for B it is created one more memory location. Here it is doing 120 plus 30, which will store 150. Got it? So that's the reason. So in many cases, we will be using the call by reference value only. Call by reference. Got it? Any doubts? If no, we will see one simple example. So now I have int a. Let me make it as a function scope. I have int a, which is having value of 200. Let's take a unsigned integer. So now I wanted to pass this value of a into the some other memory location. Static void function I am just going to declare, which could able to access integer pointer variable. Okay, so what here I am doing it. So whatever the value you are receiving it, so on that you are just trying to do plus with 30. Okay, so for this I should have the function declaration, right? So that function declaration I will be declaring here. Fine. For this function call should have, right? So that function call I am doing it in the main function. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to pass address of a. So here at the void function, okay, the accessing parameter, accepting parameter, you can say that it might be anything, okay. You can take it as a temp also, it's a fine for me. So if I are using temp here, then here also you need to do the same memory. So that particular memory location only we are just giving the
Sir, in 15th line, why you have put a 200 U?
you
So
are
I
this is
don't
unsigned
understand.
unsigned integer. I just wanted to make it, okay. What is happening in this compiler, okay? So this, if I'm not keeping it, it is taking by default as an integer, signed integer. Signed integer in the sense it could able to accept the values from minus to plus. So that's the reason.
Okay.
If you see in the real time, let me, I don't know whether I have or not. Let me share the real time program. I'm just sharing it from the Google Meet, okay. I cannot able to log in my. So guys could able to see my screen, right?
Not visible that much code.
Not visible, huh? I cannot do anything here. Someone can tell me how can I, minimize these things. The side ones I cannot minimize in Google Drive.
We
The
can't.
Google Meet. We can't.
Yeah.
Then I think then you guys have to.
Maximize the Skype.
Hmm?
You can maximize the Skype.
Skype. No, I'm sharing entire screen.
Not by use location.
Now at least you could able to see.
Yeah.
So here, see, whenever I will be using some constant values, okay. See, you can see like here I have mentioned u. Got it? So this u, why I will be mentioning is unsigned value to specify that 24 is an unsigned value. Again, somehow the compiler should not take that as an integer. I mean like static integer, not static. What is that? Signed integer. Got it? See, everywhere for all the values I will be using u, u, u. U means the compiler by default it will take it as a unsigned. And also I was telling you about the pointers, right? So you can see here. See, the boot control software version number. This is a one pointer variable. Okay, what it is trying to do? It is trying to store the address of one of the parameter. So the direct memory address only I have given it. So here you have seen these big memories, right? This is in the real time. In the controller, I think for you guys the screen is little bit slow. Okay, in the real time, this kind of memory locations we will be handling it. So this is 1 2 3 4 bytes of memory. Okay, this is 32-bit controller, so that's the reason 32 bits of memory location it will be having it. Got it? So this particular application software I'm going to store into this memory location. Boot software I'm storing into this memory location. Flash loader and IDS and PIF, they are the kind of security software which we have implemented it. So that for each and every application part, I have given the memory locations. So for them also they are the integer variables, unsigned integers. So for that's the reason I have mentioned u. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Fine. Let me come back to where we were here. I forgot. Hey, where are we? Call by reference, call by value. Yeah, here we are. So if I'm trying to do yeah, so if I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, so I'm just trying to pass the address of a. Okay, so on that particular memory location only, again I'm just trying to do the plus 30. So now what I wanted to say is here a and the temp are going to use the same memory locations. Printf value of temp equal to percentage d comma temp. So if I'm doing same thing here, value of a to a. Can anyone tell me what the value it will print now? In the both the two printf statements, what it will print out?
In
Any
first, 200. After that, okay, 230.
no, not correct. Any other inputs?
Addresses.
Hello. Hello.
In first statement, you will print 200.
No.
Semicolon.
What happened? No, just I'm trying to pass the value of the address of A. I'm accessing it. On top of that, store temp. Percentage A, I'm passing it. So that's the reason it should able to take it. So it's storing that. Why again value of A, it's 200. It should not be value of A is 200. Value of temp, it's coming 230, but see what is
How
happening.
it
So,
can come?
uh-huh.
How it come temperature 230 because of it has only 30, right? So int A is equal to 200.
So
So
int A
again
equal to 200, right? So what you are doing here in the line number 16? You are trying to pass the address of A, right? So that address of A, if you are passing, so the in the 8th memory location, what the value 200. So indirectly you are passing value 200 to the fung. So now what in the fun you are doing? You are accessing that memory location. So address of A you are passing here, you are accessing that memory location and you are dereferencing that memory location. So now what indirectly we are getting 200 to the line number 24. 200 plus 30, what will become 230? It will happen. So that's the value which I am stored into the B that I am printing it.
Okay.
So if I do A itself, I do A. No, it's not happening. Something wrong. Let me bring this. Let me bring this example to here. What he's doing is like he's trying to just swap A and B, okay. So before swap, what is the value of A? Well, after swap, what is the value of A? He's trying to keep it. So what he is doing to do, swap is the one more function what he is having it. So that for that swap, he is just passing address of A and address of B. So and here also he is accessing them. So in temp he is just kept it. So star X means what? You are dereferencing that particular memory location. Got it? So now if you are A and B, you are sending it to 100 and 200, but in the same memory location by using this pass by reference, it will be get exchanged. It will not create any dummy parameters again. Here you can see the output. Before swap, value of A is 100. Before swap, value of B is 100. After swap, A value become 200, B value become 100. So that how he is doing is where is that? So what he is doing, swap address of A, address of B is sending. So already value A equal to 100, B equal to 200, it is there. So in the swap function, what is happening here? Int star of A or X, I think. Int star of Y is what he is accessing it. So inside it, what he is doing, int temp he created it. So inside temp, what he is trying to keep, star of X. Can anyone tell me? See this address. See, swap is a function which could able to access two arguments. So they are the pointer type variables. So address of A, whatever you are passing, if for example if you are passing 1000 here, so here star X means into this parameter it will able to store 1000. Here if the star B value is 2000, if you are passing memory address, here star Y value will become 2000. So if you are doing the dereferencing to that 1000th memory location, what it is there? Here it is 100. So now what it is doing, star X just trying to do star Y. So star Y memory location is 2000. So in that 2000 memory location, 200 value it is there. Got it? So that's how he is just trying to map into the trying to swap into the by using same memory location. So that's how it will be happening. You can just go through once again. It will be little bit confused only. Just go through once again. If you are getting any doubts, come back to me.
Yeah, okay.
Fine. So with that, I'm just stopping with the pointers. So now we will be seeing different kinds of preprocessor directives and compilation steps and all. So let me tell you what is the preprocessor directives. So I think before doing this, I think we have seen a couple of times, right? What are the compilation steps? I mean, build steps, I can tell. Build steps. Can anyone tell me? So you will be giving the C language that it will be converted into zeros and ones. So that how it will be get converted into the zeros and ones is what build steps we call it as. Build process also it's fine. Build process. Can anyone tell me what and all it will happen in between converting C language into the zeros and ones? What and all other steps it will perform by the compiler?
Processor, assembler.
Processor, assembler, any other inputs?
Compiler, linker.
Compiler, linker, I agree. Compiler, linker, I will agree.
Objective.
What
Objective.
is that? What is that objective?
Source file.
So fine, that's anyhow I will be telling it. Okay, so first step what it will be doing is the pre-processing stage. Okay, pre-processing stage. Next compilation stage, we call it as compilation. Next assembler.
Similar.
Finally the linker will be there. So in the pre-processing stage, what and all it will do, you know, so there will be some preprocessor directives. Okay, so preprocessor directives in the sense it will be defined with the hash define, which is a macro, hash if. This is a this is kind of preprocessor directives. If it is 0, then this below code which should not be executed. Sorry. If it is 0, the below code should not be executed. If it will not become, if it is a 0 means it's always false only. So and hash if not define, then hash define something. So all these things are the preprocessor directives. Okay, hash pragma, hash pragma pack off. So
Hash
there.
and
Sorry.
hash if and
Hash if and if not defined. This is what you are telling. I think hash else, hash define, if
This
define.
hash include is there or not?
Hash include, that is the main one. Hash include. So all these things will be performed at the pre-processing stage. So hash include in the sense hash include, you know, stdio.h is there means what? This .h file you just include for this particular .c file. This will happen at the before compilation only. I mean the pre-processing stage itself. Hash define, if you are having any macro true, this will be wherever you are using this true will be get replaced with 1. So that is how it will. And also moreover, if you are having any comments, okay, comments like a double quotation or this symbols a comment, all these things will be removed at the pre-processing stage. Got it? Next, in the next step is like this is .c2 in the pre-processing stage. What it will do? In the pre-processing stage, the input files will be .c and .h files will be input files. Then output will be .object files. .object files will be created. So here for compilation, .object files are the object or source. I think source only. These files will be get converted into .object files. So from .c to .h, it is a source files, which is a .s, and then from .s to .obj, which is object file. And at the linker stage, what will happen, you know, this entire code, it will be get converted into the assembly level language. We saw it, right? Move a comma b, jump r1 to r2, all these things is the assembly level language code. Okay, that it will be get converted, okay, from .obj to .asm. So finally from .asm to .o, it will happen at the linker stage, and then finally the .o files will be get converted into .hex files and S19 .map what else here, PTP, all these formats it will be generated. So these files will be is the one, hex is the one which will be flashing into the microcontroller. Map file is what it will be telling what and all memory locations used by what and all parameters or the structures or something like that. That we will be seeing it now. Got it. So all these things, okay, this compiler, pre-processing, compilation, assembling, linker. So basically we will be having some make files, okay. Make files or the Python scripts or whatever it will be. So the Python script will be there. So which we will be running at the, you know, just command mode. On the back end, we will be install some compilers actually. That this and all we no need to understand it. Okay, you need to just understand if you are running that batch file or that mac file or that .bat file, what will happen. So in backend, it will be doing all these things. So this is important for us. How this batch, how this mac, how this compiler is doing in backend is what we don't care about it. There will be a separate integration teams which they will be working on these tool setups. Okay, we will not work on any of the tool setups. We are the just users of all tools. That's the reason we will not be learning any of the tools. If you know about the some tools, that's fine for us. We no need to learn about any of the tools. Okay, so company to company the tools will be getting changed. No one will be asking whether you know this tool, that tool and all. If they are asking also, if you are aware of the similar kind of tool, that's fine. So that's the reason we will be discussing about what and all tools we will be using in the different phases in the one particular class. You no need to remember all those things, how it will be working. Fine. Any doubts in the compilation stage?
No.
Fine. So now, what other topics we are having it? I will be showing that compilation steps. Okay. Pre-processed directives and the compilation steps. You will be seeing it in my laptop. So I think you guys are able to see my screen. Let me open this. See guys, this is how the folder structures will be there in the real time. Okay. So this is how the folder structures will be there in the real time. So inside this, I'm just going to show you one particular file. This is up to the project. Okay. However they want to maintain, they can maintain, but it will be having a lot of information. Don't worry about all those by seeing all of them. It's not mandatory to everyone to know what is there in this all those folders. So if this is the file which I'm mostly working on to it. So that's the reason I'm just taking this file actually. So here all these comments are there, right? All these comments, this sky blue color ones are there, right? So all these things will be get removed at the pre-processing stage itself. And hash include is there, right? Hash include, I am including one header file. This inclusion will happen at the pre-processing stage. All these .h files, I needed it for the compilation purpose. Why? Because I have some so definitions or declarations of the particular .h files. So all of them I have dependency in this particular .c file. So all these includes will happen at the pre-processing stage. If there is any macro, so this is a macro, right? Hash define means macro. Okay, this macro is having value of this much. Okay, this will be get expanded. So wherever you are using it. So here I'm using it at line number 166. Okay, so for readability purpose, this is a boot control software version address. Okay, so this address is the value. This value will be get replaced at the line number 166. You can see the orange highlighted one. Got it? Any doubts? So all these things will be happening at the pre-processing stage. This is also has pragma GHS memory location. So GHS is a compiler. To that compiler, I am telling that these particular variables you just store into the HSM shared BSS and HSM shared. Don't worry about what is that memory location. You can consider them as a data segment or BSS segment. BSS segment, you need to store these values in specifically to the compiler. I'm saying this command. This is a command to the compiler. Has pragma. Getting it? So this is how it will happen in the pre-processing stage. At the compilation stage, it will be just checking what and all memory, what and all syntaxes it has to be followed for the C programming, whether it is followed or not. If it is not followed, then it will throw an error. So I have the compiler here. So basically I have installed some compilers, okay, in the backend. So this compiler, the batch file, it is there. So this batch file will be having some information. So what it has to do and all. You can see if I open this batch file, build.batch. So this is the command. This I don't care about what is there. There will be a separate team who will be developing this. I don't know what is this language also. This is some kind of batch files. I will be just a user of this batch file. Okay. So if I'm just doing the build on this one dot command build dot batch. So it will create, see what it is doing. Let me do build dot clean build. Will be doing it. See here. So what it is saying, assembling, don't worry about that. Compilation, it started it. Config callback.c, because config callback.o does not exist and all those things. Let's see, let it happen it. So it is looking whether .wo files are not are present or not. If any of the .wo file is there, there is no change in that particular file. Again, it will not do the compilation. That's how this make file is made it. So all these things it is compiling. So before this, you might have seen that. So it is not showing the step-by-step procedure. Actually, what I am expecting is from .c to .obj, .src and .o it will be converting. That is what I was expecting, but it is not showing. Let it happen it. So all these are these many .c files I'm having in my project. So that all those .c files are getting compiled. So let me make it big screen here. Are you guys are able to see? So these all are the .c files which I'm having it. They all are converting into the required files format. Basically, it will take little bit time. Let it happen. You can see all the .c files which is not having .fo files. It's compiling all of them. What and all files it has to compile and all those things I might have given in the one particular batch file. So the batch file which I have ran, that it will be referencing to the batch file which it was having all the list of files which needs to be compiled. Guys, any doubts? Meanwhile, it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
Let it
wonderful.
happen in the back. Yeah.
So, does all the companies use same compiler or different
No,
type of?
depends. It will not be same compiler for each and every project. So most of the times GHS is the compiler which the companies will be using it. There are other compilers also from the different vendors. It's up to them, whichever they want they can use it. But most of the times till now what I have used is the GHS only. GHS is there, GCC is there. All these are the compilers. So in backend I have installed it. Even if I have the batch file in the backend, it will be referencing to the GHS compiler only here.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you can see in the output, it will not in output. Where is that? Build ASW, output ASW. See all the .d, .o, D in the sense dependency file. Okay. All those things after each and every step it might have generated it. For every file it will be having D, DBO, D, LST. LST I don't know why it is creating it. See, for all files it will be generating this many files. You cannot understand in the between compilation what and all files it will be generating, right? That we cannot able to understand it actually. So after running here, you can see it will be keep on incrementing one file. So whatever it will be generating all those files, it will be getting into the output ASW folder. You can see both the folder and the command window both are getting updated. So the files whichever the compiler is generating, it is getting updated into this so and so folder. Why this much time it's taking?
One more doubt actually.
Yeah.
Can we download this on our GCC on our our computer own laptop? Compilation.
I'm not sure actually. You can try it. So basically, I never downloaded any of the compilers into my personal PC. Whenever I
Okay.
want to compile something, I was just doing into the online compiler only. But you can try it. Yeah, there might be open source compilers also.
Okay.
And moreover, we no need to understand like what and all it's generating and all those things as I mentioned earlier. So it's up to the compiler what and all it's needed. Depends on the make file make script. It will be doing all those things. So this is how the folder structure which we have created. Meanwhile, it is anyhow compiling. It will take 2 more minutes. Meanwhile, we can see the folder structures actually. So inside application layer, there is some concept called autosor. Depends on that concept architecture. That is architectural view. Depends on that we have created the folder structures actually. So once it's generated the folder, once it is done with the compilation, right? So it will generate some output files which we needed it for the to flash into the microcontroller. So it will, in my case, it will generate into in the script itself. We will be specifying that once it is done with the compilation, it has to generate that files into the hex mode output, this folder. So you can see the file whichever it is already here. It is at the today only I generated at 7 p.m. But you can see after compilation, it will be get updated with the just now whatever the timestamp what it will be having at that time. Okay. Guys, any other doubts? And one more input I need to pass it from tomorrow onwards, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the CAN communication and UDS is going to start it. That will be taken care by the another trainer. I will not be available, but definitely you can reach out to me if there is any doubts. Okay. For entirely 2 weeks, sometimes I will be getting joined into that calls as well to see how it is going on. But if you guys are unable to follow or if you are not able to, understand any of the part of the two subjects, you can just ping me on WhatsApp, either personally or on group. Also, it's fine for me. I will able to adjust, guide you something there if you are not getting anything. But I have very good feedback for the trainer as well, which the people were attended in the last sessions were able to understand very well. So I hope you could able to enjoy there also. So the next concepts will be the compilation steps, not compilation, sorry, in the communication methods what we will be using in the automotive. Next will be how we will be doing the diagnostics if there is any issues in the ECU. The two topics, it will take almost 2 weeks. She is going to handle all the weekdays, every day 1.5 hour, and on the weekends she is going to cover for 4 hours. Please be planned for that as well. So on weekend she is going to cover most of the syllabus. And from now onwards the people will be jumbling here and there, depends on what they needed it. Till now all the concepts are common for everyone. So for a couple of people, so Pawan will be handling all those things. He will be adding into the another WhatsApp groups or something. For girls mostly it will be into the testing. So if there is any testing classes are going on, Pawan will be requesting all of you guys into to join into there. For boys, most probably apart from CAN and UDS, I will be the major trainer, I will be handling most of the things. You can see now the timestamp will be get changed now. It's generating application.elf now. You can observe now. It will get changed 10:24. So that means that compilation is done. So it gone through all the pre-processing stage, and then what else? Compilation stage, then assembling, then linker. Finally, it's generated the output files, which I wanted to have to flash into the microcontroller. So here the X file. This is the this whichever the one which I have highlighted. This is a combination of all other hex files. Okay, that merging into the one particular file is what I will be having it. If I open it in the hex view mode, this is one more tool, that is very small tool. So you can see these are the memory locations what I am having. In that memory locations, everything is in the hex format only. Could able to see? You cannot able to understand what is this. Okay, so only microcontroller could able to understand all this data. Got it? This is how finally it will be get generated. And also I was telling it will be generating some other formats, right? So you can see here .elf, .map, .s19, all these things will be get generated. This is I have copy pasted somewhere some time back. So you can see .map file what it will be having, it will be very big file. So each and every parameter, whatever we will be seeing it. See, for example, right now we saw it. What is this, right? RB_EC serial number. So in this, not this one. That is local. It will not be assigned some memory location, but you can see it for this one. Okay, NVM voltage status. That is no. Take this freshness value, read counter value. This in which memory location that particular variable is there means you can see in the map file, which is a memory mapping. See, this is there at this particular memory location 7011131. At this memory location, this particular variable is get stored. This is a BSS segment. BSS means the data segment. BSS is stack and all those things we have seen, right? So this is how the different files will be get generated at the compilation stage. After compilation, so this is this is how we will be doing the compilation, and how we will be flashing and all those things I will not be showing it today. Most probably that we will be seeing in the tools discussion time. So definitely this compilation, once again we will be doing it. Once I am done with the compilation, the output file whatever it is generated, right, this I will be flashing into the microcontroller. I will be creating the virtual kind of thing for all of you guys to understand it. Then I will be showing the hardware setup, how it will be there in the labs. What we will be flashing, then how the microcontroller will be acting in the ECU is what I will be showing it you. Okay, but not in today's class. For that, I wanted you guys to finish the CAN and UDS. Then I can show you all of that. Any doubts?
Yeah, one doubt, Lokesh.
Yeah.
This CAN, UDS, and testing, everything is different.
No, see for developer, why? That's what I wanted. I am coming there only. So basically, where is my mouse? So all of you are able to see my Excel sheet, right?
Yes.
So before coming to this, I wanted to finish this one also. Here, C scope rules. Okay, there will be a couple of rules. Okay, in C language. Okay, so that rules we must and should follow it. Okay, if you coming back to here. So see keeping the comments for each and every code of each and every line of code what you will be doing it, that is a rule. Okay, if tomorrow if you are doing something and tomorrow someone else is coming and they are not able to understand, that's no use of doing coding, right? So it will take a lot of time for them to understand, it's a waste of time. So that's the reason it is a best practice to have the comment for each and every line of code. So this is this file majorly I have implemented it. You can see most of the times I might be using the comments. Are able to see? Okay, and also there are C99 coding guidelines is what we call it as. C99 coding guidelines. So you can see in the online also. So there are a couple of standard rules which we need to do it for the. See, if you are doing the coding, definitely you could able to understand it. Like whatever we have followed as of now, right? Giving the spaces in the code. See, for example, if the function is going to start at this place, okay, so you can see from the starting of this file I might have given three spaces. Okay, one two three spaces we need to give at least. As of now in this case only two spaces are there, but definitely three spaces should be there. That is one rule. So if everyone is following these rules, then it will be becoming easy for everyone to understand it, right? There should be one rule if you are doing something, right? So this rule, what it is saying, previous PRV underscore underscore you should not use. After underscore there should be a something. Then only it will consider it as a variable. If not, then the compiler will interpret in the some other way. So opening curly bracket is always at the same lines as a keyword. He is not given good way. Whatever I am expecting, it's not in that much clear. But I have one document which was from the QSE. So I never gone through. Whenever I have doubt, no, that time I will be seeing it actually. Misra C coding guidelines. That also you can. This I have got it from the Google only. Okay. So this Misra C coding guidelines will be having set of rules actually. So it will be having some classes. You guys can just go through it. So this will be telling all the rules. Okay. Let me go through a couple of rules. Then you could able to understand it. So he will be telling what is the rationale behind it also. Why he wanted to have identifiers in the same namespace with the overlapping visibility should be typographically unambiguous. So what he's telling, don't use the same kind of parameter names. So it will be unambiguous if you are referring to the so and so parameters. You can see here. So non-compliant in the sense this kind of variable you should not use. You can go ahead and you can. The following example assumes the interpretation suggested in the application of for the Latin alphabet in the English language. Something he's told you. Okay, you just go through. This is just like how to write the code is what he will be explaining. Like if you are writing the code, what and all rules you need to follow is what he will be telling it. See, precautions shall be taken in order to prevent the contents of header file being included more than once. So the same header file we should not include more than twice. Okay, if you are including it will not happen in, but it's not a good way of coding it. So that's the reason what he has mentioned. If not defined file h, then only hash defined file h. This is a good way of coding it. If you are not following this rule anywhere, then it will see basically this Misra coding guidelines are the one. For this also we are having some tools. Okay, like call like a QSE, polyspace and not RTRT, polyspace, coverty and all these are the tools. Okay, so where it will be checking all these rules are followed in the coding or not. If not followed, then it will throw the error. You can see like I will be showing that documents, test reports, polyspace. If I take it, not this one. Wait. Bahu is also one of the kind of QSC check only. There I will show you. You guys could able to understand very good there. It will throw the warning. If there is a warning in the code, then we should not allow that code to be delivered to the customer. Okay, so you can see like in this so and so line. So if I filter out with my name, so this is a very intelligent tool. Okay, it will be happen in the online. That guy knows that who has changed that particular line of code. If he is not following any of the coding guideline, it will throw the warning with his name only. How can I keep the filter here? Home, sort, filter. So if you see whoever the developers are there, right? All those guys' names will be there. Guys, again requesting don't circulate these videos or anything to anyone else. This is very confidential data. See what it is saying that Misra coding guidelines which I am not following it. I need to give the explanation if I'm not following it. See, you can see here inappropriate implicit conversion from cat to uint 8. So where it is in the line number common config callback.c something. Let me take diagram SWC something. So that's how it will throw the warnings. Okay, whoever modified that particular line of code, it knows that who has changed it. So it will tag. You can see all these language extensions should not be used. Which one is this? Has pragma. That's fine. Unused macro declaration. So this macro declaration I have just declared it, but I am not using anywhere. Okay. So you can see here. This particular macro I have defined and I know where it is used. Okay. That's the reason it is throwing that warning. So we should not have any macros or variables which are unused. So you can see Misra coding guidelines, which is a 2.5. What it is saying. See what it is saying. A project should not contain any unused macro declarations. So, but still I am having in my code. That's the reason Misra, this code check is done on the QSC tool. Then it is throwing that error, unused macro declaration, unused parameters. Got it. So this is how the some coding guidelines are there. that everyone should follow it. If not, these coding guidelines we will be passed to the one of the tool. That tool will be checking whether it is followed or not. But we don't need to worry how that will be checked and all those things. There are separate online tools or separate teams itself who will be doing all these kind of small works. For developer, he cannot perform all those things, so it will be just input to the developer that at least he can take care in the next software releases. Any doubts?
Yeah, who will be monitoring this? The chart you have shown.
Huh?
Who will be monitoring that chart that one you shared now?
Chart,
Like in the real time. In the real time.
that Excel sheet, huh?
Yeah, right.
This Excel sheet basically I will be getting for each and every software. See, for example, from last 3 months I have done coding. Okay, so after I am done with the coding, so I will be giving this software for the coding check. So which they will be running this my entire code into the one particular tool, which is a QAC, quality analysis check. So that tool already it will be loaded with all these Mishra coding guidelines. So if any of the guidelines is not followed, then it will generate that particular chart. It knows that who will be the owner for that particular line of code. Each and every line of C coding, it will be checking it.
Okay.
Got it? Guys, any other doubts? If no, then I will be going to here. So with this, I am done with the C language. So next there will be a communication protocols, okay? You guys are able to see my screen, right? Are you able to see or?
Yes, we are able to see.
You can see now. I just wanted to make it little bit bigger. See what she is going to explain is like communication protocols. So she will just be touching that SPI I2C UART. I'm not sure. I have to look at the syllabus what it is refresh. I will be definitely, but the CAN communication is the one which will be thoroughly explained there. For development guys, it's not that much required. For ladies who are looking for the testing profiles, right? For them, it's mandatory. Both CAN and UDS is very important for them. Whoever entering into the testing, for them CAN and UDS is very important. The trainer whoever she will be explaining, she is from the testing background, so she will be explaining in that perspective only. I am from the development background, so that's the reason you guys might be hearing more over into the development things only. Okay. So what she will be explaining is how the different communication protocols are there in the automotive. What is the main importance of the CAN communication? How it will be working? What is the difference between? There are two types of CAN. Okay. What is standard, extended, and how the CAN frame format will be there? How the data exchange happens between the two different microcontrollers and all. She will be explaining. If there is any errors, how it will be finding. All these basic concepts she will be explaining. The boys, please request all of you, just follow thoroughly so that you will have the good communication protocol knowledge. Why? Because if you want to stay in the automotive field, this CAN and UDS are the very basic things along with the embedded systems and C language. Okay, UDS is like if there is any if there is any issue in our body, right? How we will be doing the diagnosis? We will be going to the diagnostic centers and we will be giving our samples for the diagnosis, right? So in the similar way, we will be doing some kind of diagnostics to the ECU also. For that, there is some kind of rules and formats which we need to follow as per the ISO standard 14229. So that she will be going through each and every services and all, how it will be working and all those things she will be looking out. Again, I will be taking the AutoSAR architecture in everyone, all of you will be coming back to my class again for the AutoSAR architecture and the tools and the project. These three topics again I will be taking care. Okay, only this CAN and UDS is going to take for 2 weeks. Please bear with us to finish it. Why? Because it's a very important. That's the reason we are taking that much time. Otherwise, I could have finished it within the 2 days. It's important for all of you. Okay, any doubts? So AutoSAR is just a basic things I will be covering up. I will be showing on the real-time tools what it is there, but I'm sure that you will not be able to understand this, but at least you should have the basic knowledge what is AutoSAR. This is one of the trendy topic in the automotive right now. Everyone is looking for that. So that's the reason I just wanted to give you the overview. And 1 or 2 classes we will be looking at all the tools whichever we are using it. Out of these, only 1 or 2 tools will be common for across the companies, but apart from that all other tools are independent of the companies. At least if you know which tool is used for what kind of purposes, then you will be getting good idea. So that's the reason we will be going to explain all the tools. If I'm not able to have the licenses or something, I will be giving you the recorded videos for all of them. Then finally, we will be having the ADAS project, which we will be, you guys have to understand it thoroughly. I will be giving the 2 kinds of projects, whichever is suitable for you guys, you can able to understand it. And once you enter into the company, you should be able to, at least at your introduction time, you should be able to explain about the project. So this is the pending topics as of now. Within next 3 to 3.5 weeks, we are planning to finish it. Any doubts, guys? If no doubts, I think I'm fine to close for today. And we will be giving the another Skype link where another trainer is going to explain about the CAN and UDS. You guys have to join there. And at the same time, I will be also getting all those videos into our Skype group also. Whenever you guys wanted, you can refer here also. On daily basis, we will be bringing all those Skype videos to our Skype group. And moreover, our plan is like all these materials, whichever we are referring, will be kept into the one drive, which is a Google Drive, and I will request Pawan to give you that access to all of you guys. Any doubts?
No.
No.
Fine then. Thank you all. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you.